Hello yet again, everyone. Welcome to the sixth and final part of our Chapter 6 lecture series, this one entitled The Daughters of Liberty. The focus question for this section is, how did the revolution affect the status of women? Numerous women contributed to the struggle for American independence. Many engaged in public protests. Many made homespun goods to help clothe and supply the army and the militias. Some served as informants and spies for the Continental Army or the American government. Many participated in political debates and discussion, both in public and in private. And a few even disguised themselves as men and fought as soldiers on both sides of the conflict. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard of the story of Molly Pitcher, the brave American woman who took the place of her husband manning a cannon at one of the battles of the American Revolution. Now, although most historians agree that the story of Molly Pitcher is generally a myth, it does reflect some underlying truths about women's participation and their roles in the American Revolution. Despite all of that just mentioned, gender remained an important boundary of freedom in America. Independence did not alter family law, including the concept of coverture, which was the legal concept that husbands held legal authority over the body, the property, and the choices of their wives. Overall, politics remained a male domain. The marriage contract superseded the social contract. Fundamentally, marriage is a legal institution. Women lacked the essential basis of political participation, which was the autonomy founded on property ownership and or the control over one's own person. Most men considered women naturally submissive and even irrational, and therefore unfit for full citizenship. Men's rights were considered natural entitlements, whereas the woman's role was viewed in terms of her duty and obligation to her husband and family, and her rights flowed from her roles as wife and mother. The revolution did unleash one new concept in regards to women's role in society, and that was that of Republican motherhood. The woman's place was seen as within the home and the family, and Republican motherhood posited that women's role was to raise future citizens. Many felt that the nation's morality would be developed by women within the household and family, a very important role to many minds at this time. Because of this role as the ones that educated the children, the ideal of Republican motherhood fostered the encouragement of education for women so they could teach those children. The ideal of Republican motherhood also precluded women from actively engaging in politics. However, it was seen as important, if not a crucial aspect of a functioning Republican society. That concludes the sixth and final part of our Chapter 6 lecture series. As always, I hope you learned a lot. Look forward to the Chapter 7 lecture series soon. In the meantime, study hard, and I'll see you soon.